I have been waiting for this moment for so long. And can I just say, my mom, first thing she said to me, not how are you, honey, but is today the day you're going to meet Mark Critch? It's true.
I'm excited. I always watch or view CNBC all the time.
I will pay you later.
I've seen all my friends, Alan Hocko, Mark O'Brien, all these people. I thought, when will they get through all the Newfoundlanders and eventually go, yeah, Critch is it. I think it's Critch, Chantwy, yeah, no, it's just Critch. And so here we are. We've hit the bottom of the barrel on CNBC. It's good.
So not true. Sean Majumder is still to come.
Yeah, if Majumder was here today, he'll be here later. We'll get you Majumder as well. You'll have both.
I'm only kidding.
And then you can retire.
But ironically, and I just got to get this part in because she, I think, was more excited for me to talk to you than she was Danny Williams.
No, it was the same thing, really.
Well, I don't know. Well, it brings us, because I mean, I love that. Everybody loves that. And we love the send-off and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah.
And it is very, very hard to say goodbye. When I entered public life...
What the hell are you doing?
I'm stepping down, boy. What's it to you? It's none of your business.
None of my business. I make fun of you for a living. This is 2 Newfoundlanders out of a job.
2 Newfoundlanders and Labradorians out of a job.
Oh, will you shut up? And who's this Kathy Dunderdale you're putting in as premier? I don't know who that is. Wait a minute. I bet Kathy Dunderdale's just you in a dress.
Impressions, have you always been good at them? Because you're great at them. My
Well,
God.
certain people are easier to do, bigger personalities. Like Danny is just angry all the time. You just got to picture a kid at Toys R Us who wants the big Transformer, and the mom's saying no, and he's going, I want it, geez, well, give me that, I have to have that Transformer. This is slap in the face of Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. And he's little. He called me the other day here at work, and he was just like, what are you at, Mark? Like, oh, hi, Dan. I was going, pretty good. It's like, I was up in Alberta for a while, campaigning up there. Oh yeah.
He's bored.
Yeah, and I was like,
He's got time on his hands.
I actually got just a what are you at call, and I was like,
Funny.
I haven't had one of those before. Yeah,
I
so
thought he was managing a hockey team. I
That's
thought he was
not-
getting his hands.
yeah, he could do that in his sleep.
Yeah.
That's not a hockey team. So anyway, so I think
Are you singing the anthem?
No,
Have
no.
they booked you?
No, well, myself and Alan Doyle and Hocko, we did the launch of the thing.
Yes, I
and
saw you. You look great in a jersey. That's why I'm asking the
thanks.
question.
Well, Alan sang the theme, and it's better that way. Myself and Hocko can just be adorable and let Alan do all the real work.
Yeah, well, there you go. Now, we're here on, not really show day before show day, but you're taping, right?
We tape.
Now,
This
how
is
does that work?
this is show day for us. We tape it tonight, so we do a little bit of rehearsals and a little extra writing and stuff like that today. And then tonight around 7 o'clock, we tape the show live in front of the studio audience here. And then overnight, they edit it and send it up on the satellite. And then tomorrow night, it'll be on there.
Do you work together as a team? Because you seem great on the other. There's a camaraderie,
Well, sometimes.
right?
Like, we'll go off and write our own things.
Do you like everybody? And just be honest.
I like
Now-
everybody except for Majumder, who I love. No, I love everybody. It's a great team.
Yeah.
It's a family.
Great chemistry, though, but you kind of have to have that. That's.
Well,
Don't
I've
you or
known.
no?
Yeah, you do. Like I mean, I've known Majumder since before. Like for our first time on national TV was both doing the Halifax County Fest when we used to have 2 comedians on, and we were on there. We barely knew each other. And our first time on national radio, we're on Madly Off in All Directions together. So when we started doing this together,
It was.
we just giggle all day. We waste a lot of time, and all the people who actually work, the camera guys, stuff, they just get mad because we're just giggling in the
That's
corner.
not true.
Yeah, it is. We just waste so much time. I cannot. Sean's the only guy who can make me laugh, but Sean can only make me laugh by not doing anything funny. He just does me like, gonna laugh. One of those, I'm done. Like I can't. Like, and I will do it. Like I've had to have him leave the desk and go around the corner and say, just go away, or I won't be able to do it. And yes, true.
Now, that brings up an interesting thing because Johnny Harris, on his Cool People profile, said that Newfoundland is the only place where he's not the funniest fella in the room. Like,
No,
what's-
Johnny's not very funny. Johnny is. It's crazy.
That's
Johnny's
not
with
what I
crazy
meant.
hair and those bug eyes. He
I-
looks funny. Johnny Harris, something here now you should
so
know.
didn't come out right. No,
yeah,
my
no, I
point
know
is
what you
that
mean.
the per capita.
No, it's the
you
general.
guys are breeding funny people.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, we've got Johnny Harris and the Jumper and me and Ken Jones and Rick Walsh and Rick Mercer and all kinds of people.
And just
constantly.
like person on the street guy.
Yeah, person on the
Hilarious.
street are funny. Even like Rex Murphy, you know? Like, what is Rex? Is he supposed to be funny? Is he supposed to
You
look like
mock
that? Is
Rex
it a mask?
openly.
Last week, Canada's science minister refused to say if he believed in evolution because a question about his religious beliefs was inappropriate. So it is then with the utmost delicacy that I say to Minister Goodyear, grow up, boy. And by the way, I think you can safely cancel the feasibility studies into the cost of a fence around the edge of the earth so nobody falls off.
Funny
Does
story.
he like you?
Rex
Do you get
Murphy
along,
used to
or-
work at VOCM Radio in the 70s, where my
Shout
dad
out
worked.
VOCM.
My dad worked at VOCM.
It's an institution.
For years. Yeah, Dad was there. Dad covered Confederation. I'm an old dad. He's 89. Anyway,
Bless
Dad.
his heart.
Yeah.
Shout out. What's your dad's name?
Mike Critch from the
Mike.
VOCM News, sir. He doesn't watch the computer. He thinks it's
Come on.
a broken television. He has no idea what's going on. It's okay. Yes, it's hard having to know that. He used to go outside when I was a kid. He used to play with me. He used to have a good game of, who are you? Where are we? What? Where? Nazis! So, that was fun.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
One brother, he's in radio too. But Rex Murphy used to work with that. And then one of my earliest memories is Rex Murphy at the house when I was a kid, and he had a big fro. And the guys, Dad and him, would listen to like Irish music, like John McCormick or something.
Right.
And he was passed out on the couch in the morning. So
Oh,
my earliest
no.
memory of Rex Murphy was like,
That's the face you're
yeah, I think that his face might have stuck there that morning. Well, then years later, I was making fun of him, and he was like, my doppelganger, I sound nothing like that. I was like, hey, you said doppelganger, Rex. I think it's pretty spot on, actually. But he used to hate it. He used to get mad, but now he's cool with it.
So Ned Bishop, you're back.
Oh, for
You're
Republic
not
of
allowed
Doyle.
to talk about that, right? What can
About
you...
that, I don't care. What happens is Hako's
I don't
character
think I'm allowed.
dies, and they're like, who else is cool? And they're like, Critch. So I come in, and it's Republic of Bishops, it's going to be called. And I actually become bishops of what happens is bomb goes off in Basilica in St. John's, Gordon Pinson blows up Basilica, all the bishops die. They're like, well, who should we get? What bishop? They flip to the phone book, they look for a bishop to get me, Ned Bishop, Ned
The
Bishop.
cab driver.
Yeah, and so I become the bishop, the Archbishop of Newfoundland Labrador, who solves crimes. And
Love it.
so it's mostly about that. And then I have this villain, Mark O'Brien's character goes bad, and he
Oh,
plays
Dez.
Dez, but he changes his name to Rook. And then it becomes like a whole chess game, like Bishop takes Rook kind of thing. And then it gets canceled because the show is completely ruined. No, I'm in back for 2 episodes.
You're in 2?
Yeah, I'm in the Shannon Tweed episode.
You are? Is she
I-
dreamy in person?
She is. She was I said, Tweed, Miss Tweed, it's lovely to meet you. I've
you
always
hit
been
on her?
a fan. And she said, don't look at me! And then Gene Simmons just full on, just smacked me. And I was out for the count. And Mark O'Brien was like, that was cool.
Talk to me about what it was like growing up. I mean, did you ever imagine this? Like, did you say, I'm going to be a comedian and I'm going to go all over the world and I'm going to entertain people? Or
Well,
were you
actually, I was in,
like, what was the goal?
I was in the 1st grade, and there was a show called Wonderful Grandband that would come on CBC.
Yes, yeah.
With,
Ron Hines was in that.
Yeah, and Tommy Sexton and Greg Malone did the comedy. And I remember being in 1st grade watching that and going like, that's what I want to do when I grow up. And ever since then, I kind of knew that's what, and that's kind of is exactly what I do now. And the great thing about that is, local artists on the East Coast, them doing it, being guys from St. John's, they were on TV, and that was the same as any other show when you're flipping around in that 3-channel universe back then.
Right.
But so it seemed like it was possible.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
And so myself and Majumder, guys like us, our generation, before that, people thought like, oh, you can't, you're from these, you're not going to be on national television like from Newfoundland. But then the Codco guys and the Wonderful Grandband guys, they opened that door for us where it just seemed like, oh yeah, you can do that. If
Yeah.
you try and go for it, it's not ridiculous.
No.
So yeah, so we had it easy.
And great place to grow up.
Great place to grow up.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And no, I still live there. I
Yeah.
would never live anywhere else.
Okay, and you so you're commuting back and forth.
Yeah, all the time.
And then you're all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to St. John. That's my
Yeah.
airline pilot or
Oh, yeah.
flight attendant.
Right, okay.
Welcome to St. John's International Airport. What do you feel when you're landing? What's that? How are you feeling?
Oh, pretty well. The first thing is like generally you walk out, the cab guys are there. Like, what are you at, Mark? Back, are you? All right.
yes,
And they know where I live, and like it's like I don't even say where. And it's just great. It's like right away you're home, and everything else is. You can't get an ego in Newfoundland. You can't get. Nobody really cares what you do.
That's not
it's
true.
It's true. It's like, oh, what are you at?
My
You know?
mom does in Holyrood, Newfoundland. Just say
Holyrood, hooray for Holyrood, that razzle dazzle town of Holyrood. She should open. You guys should get together.
she is going to lose her mind.
Planet Holyrood. That's what you should open. You meeting all these Newfoundlanders
I like that
Hawko.
idea.
You get Hawko's GTO
like-
car in the front.
There's
you could
a
have the
place that we-
actual Rex Murphy skull when he dies. You could have like a giant skull and fill it with candies. And you could have like Gordon Pinson in a glass case. And people could come in like stuff. Get Gordon stuff. I'm the rowdy man. And you know what? That would be awesome. And
Like
I'll
a
come.
motion sensor when you walk by.
Yes, yeah. It'd be like, I'm rowdy. I'm rowdy.
Wow.
That'd be good. You see, Planet Holyrood, open it up, Mom, for God's sakes. Holyrood, I used to go to Holyrood all the time. Yeah, because Kevin Lewis, Holyrood's first paperboy, was my theatre arts teacher, and David Doyle, who I went to school with, is Holyrood royalty. Because Clara Doyle and Jerry Doyle and all that, and Grandma Doyle is out there living in the A-frame. Sure, you knows that one, the one that Clara Doyle and all that built. Yes, it is. Mom knows. I'm talking to your mother now.
Oh, okay.
And you know that one. Sure, I used to go through all that crowd. I knows all that crowd of Doyles and the Lewises. You know, like that. And all kind of crowd.
Well, there you go. All right, Mark, this is awesome. Thank you.
Is Mom single? What's the deal with Mom? Is she? Well, I'm picturing you in a few years. It's all right if she held up. Is she?